Hello and welcome back. Dual spoilers tease that even before Days of Our Lives was renewed for 2 more seasons, the series had signed a contract with Jackie Harry to ensure that its days was renewed. Harry's new character Paulina Price would be in the foreground. And while she's been a lot of fun so far, what makes Paulina necessary for future stories in Salem? Now it might seem like it's out of left field, but that's why it might work. What if Paulina's wealth came from her criminal empire? As far as we know so far, Paulina has been very successful in the real estate business, which explains her wealth. But what if it's only? Besides wanting to help her niece Lanny with her newborn twins, Paulina has 2 other main goals in Salem. Since arriving in Salem, she has pushed Mayor Abe to help her get approval for major renovations in Horton Square. Paulina told Abe that she wanted to see more diverse businesses thrive in Salem. And the companies, at least some of them, are Paulina's way of laundering her criminal earnings if she's indeed in the mafia business. Or she might look a lot more like Stefano, who has always been involved in almost all criminal activity in Salem at one point or another. And if Paulina does introduce a criminal organization in Salem, she will have several people in Salem whom she duped. Since Stefano Demera's passing, there haven't been really any major villains worthy of being his successor. There have been many attempts, starting with Stefan as Stefano's most recent son, and more recently Stefano's memory and personally given to Steve a brain chip, invented by Dr. Rolf. But even though everyone gave their all to these stories, it just wasn't the same. So maybe the lesson is to bring in a villain who is the polar opposite of Stefano. Viewers would be shocked to find that the somewhat silly character that Paulina shows most of the times is just a cover so no one suspects her of being able to run a criminal empire. At first glance, Paulina's daughter Chanel seems like a spoiled brat. But what if the reason she takes action is that she found out her mother's secret and doesn't know how to deal with it? And she should certainly leave some Salem ashamed if her mother is ultimately arrested and jailed. And if Chanel continues her plans to seduce Eli, she may not have much support from the rest of her family. Lanny would be beside herself if her insane Aunt Paulina turned out to be the new criminal mastermind wanted by the PD Salem. And poor Abe, if Paulina's plans for the Horton Square renovation are what allows Paulina's criminal organization to set up operations, he'll be furious with himself for pulling strings to help Paulina in the first place. And the ensuing scandal could easily force him out from the mayor's office. Thanks for watching, goodbye, and see you again.